Welcome back. Joining me is Chief Jeremy Sprague with the Marion Police Department. First and foremost, congratulations on the new role and congratulations for making the trip up to Marion. Tell us a little bit about your experience and your background.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I came from the Des Moines Police Department. I was there for about 19 years and worked a wide variety of different assignments in the police department. Worked on patrol for many years, as well as investigations, working financial crimes, fire investigations, and worked in our sex crimes unit as well during that time with Des Moines. Also worked as a sergeant and a lieutenant with the agency. When I left the agency, I was working as our planning and budget lieutenant, so I oversaw the budget for the department and just kind of planning for the future of the agency. So that's kind of where I left from before I came here to Marion.
How'd you decide to make that move?
It was a difficult move. Des Moines was a fantastic agency to work for. I loved working for the agency, but I was also looking for kind of the next steps in my career, and I've always kept an eye on Marion. Kind of one of the things I've done around the state is working on employee wellness and peer support for first responders. And I had been to Marion a couple times, taught some of their employees in the Cedar Rapids area, and taught some employees in peer support and employee wellness. And so I kind of knew about the Marion Police Department just from its employees, and decided to try to make that leap because I knew it was a great agency to work for and had great employees there.
Absolutely. And tell me the change from going from a bigger city to one that's not Des Moines size for sure. What has it been like for you?
It's been fantastic. So just being in the community is fantastic, learning the different people in the community, but also just people have just been so welcoming to me and our family. So that's just been a nice thing here. I was kind of wondering how that would go in the community, but I've been so welcomed in the community. Everyone has been so kind and friendly to me and the family. So that's been great. And Des Moines was a larger agency. But what that gave me was a lot of experience in different areas of the department and different areas of law enforcement, and I can bring some of that knowledge here to Marion.
Absolutely. What have you seen as some of the challenges that you and your department face so far, and maybe some things in the community that you're hoping to tackle?
Yeah, so community engagement is one thing that's on the high priority list of mine, is to make sure that our officers are seen in a positive light in the community, because they do fantastic work every day and every night throughout the day. And so that was one of my goals, is to get our officers out in the community just to be seen and to highlight those great things that they do. Knowing that they do it every day, and sometimes we in the community kind of forget about what happens at 3 o'clock in the morning with our officers. So that was probably the first thing on my list, is to do that. And then looking at just the strategic plan of the department. How should the department look in the next 5 and 10 years has kind of been a goal of mine as well. So that may include staffing changes or just reassignment or however it looks, but we're looking at surveying the employees and trying to get a good vision of how this department should look.
Absolutely. How are you in terms of staffing?
Staffing, we're actually doing pretty well. Comparatively to other agencies around the country, now we're probably just a few officers short than where we should be, and so we're in the hiring process right now to hire more people. We do a hiring process about every 2 months, and so as we do that, we're slowly bringing people back on, and we also encourage people that are looking into law enforcement. Look into Marion, because we have a fantastic agency to work for.
Absolutely. And I know that things have been pretty difficult for police officers over the past few years, and you notice that a lot of people don't seem to want to take that leap and go through the training and actually become a police officer. What do you say to those who are kind of on the fence at this point, who say, I've always wanted to do it, but now I'm not so sure about it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic time to get into law enforcement. We have a generation that are actually, we have a large amount of officers that are probably going to be retiring in the next few years. And so if you're looking to get into law enforcement, now is going to be a really good time. No matter what agency you work for, there's going to be advancements and openings in different areas of agencies. So if you're looking to get in different aspects of law enforcement, now is a really good time to get into it. And here in Marion, here in Cedar Rapids, we have a strong community support. And so what you see around the country, around the nation, that's been happening, we typically don't have things like that here in Iowa. And Iowa has been blessed with that. And we have the strong community support. Now we always have ways to improve throughout our jobs, and we're always looking at ways to improve and be better for the community. But by and far, we're very blessed here in Iowa.
Absolutely. And before we wrap up, you talked about a 5-year plan and a 10-year plan. Looking closer ahead, 2026 is a couple of months away. What's your plan for this year coming up?
So for this year is just beginning that strategic plan. I've been spending my first few months is spending just getting to know the employees and getting to know people in the community and just gathering information, and then taking that and beginning that strategic plan process to look how should we look in those 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.